I'm Jared Burden. I'm a corporate attorney, commercial real estate lawyer, and outsourced general counsel at GreeneHurlocker. I'm a corporate lawyer. I have a very varied practice within the life of a business. So I refer to myself as a business lawyer with what one considers typical corporate and untypical corporate challenges and opportunities, such as mergers and acquisitions, venture capital financing, internal employment matters, many contracts. But I also do commercial real estate transactions, which draws on my experience not only as a lawyer in that area, but as the executive for a retail real estate development company in Washington, D.C. What gets me going about the kind of practice that I do, what makes me enjoy coming to work, is that I love people. I love complex issues. I love being able to get in a situation in the trenches with my client and being that person for them who can see around corners, who can anticipate maybe issues that might arise later based on my experience, who can bring to tangible form, perhaps in a contract, perhaps in a negotiation, what needs to be done in a complex situation. I think being alongside a client in the midst of a transaction or in the midst of a challenge, being alongside them in the many good times that a growing and successful business has, being alongside them, the desire and willingness and enjoyment of that is a great asset to a client. Why do I like working with emerging companies? People have asked me that. The reason I like working with a company that's growing fast is because it is exciting to be around creative people, but more importantly, people who are taking investment, who are getting proof of concept of their product or service. These are people who need a lot of help. They need help from accountants, they need help perhaps from friends and family, and they need help from increasingly sophisticated investors who are putting money into them. But they also need help from an attorney because they're facing many contracts, they're facing questions from very sophisticated parties. They're getting into deals and they need experienced, calm, and somewhat wise counsel. What makes a great end of a transaction or end of a negotiation is when all sides have achieved something that they can be comfortable with. Sometimes in a transaction, your client just hits it out of the park. And if you've been alongside that client and given good advice along the way and been available at all times and have been dedicated to the client through and through, then that feeling your client has when they've achieved their business goal can only be described as an awesome feeling.